Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. I am Pranita Rao. I am a former dentist, a published science author, an intuitive abstract artist, and an energy worker. Today I'm going to talk about my journey as a highly sensitive person, an intuitive abstract artist, and an energy worker, hoping that it reaches my ideal clients. And you could be a sensitive person, you could be a highly sensitive person, or you could be an abstract artist who wants to know more about their sensitivity, or you could just be somebody who's interested in learning more about sensitivity from this video. Welcome, regardless of who you are, where you're from, what age you're of. Welcome. Now, I would like to emphasize that whatever I'm sharing here is coming from a place of experience and coming from a place of knowing that there are many highly sensitive abstract artists in the world who are currently going through a lot of challenges and can be supported with the help of their creative gifts, their intuitive gifts, their psychic gifts, and also their own connection with the divine. And we're going to focus on that today. We're going to focus on knowing about what could it mean to be sensitive, highly sensitive, an abstract artist, and somebody who could be psychically gifted, and how can we integrate all these components and support ourselves and enjoy our gifts. Why not, right? Now, I found out that I was highly sensitive a few years ago, I think around 3 years ago. And at that time, I was extremely overwhelmed with my emotions, with my energy, with a lot of information input that I would receive on a day to day basis. Now, when I say information input, I mean that I was highly aware, I still am, but at that point, I did not have any boundaries energetically or at a level of my awareness which would make me absorb a lot of information, and it would stimulate me to a point that I would feel extremely confused, extremely I would feel like I'm in pain, and I would feel hazy, lost, and that would put me in a place of isolation, and I would feel as though I am the only person who is going through something of this sort. And it was very challenging because I did not know anybody else who was highly sensitive, who was in my family or in my friend circle or in my professional network either. So I had to literally hunt people who were highly sensitive and had already embraced that label of being highly sensitive to learn about my high sensitivity. And along those lines, at the same time, I was learning different coping tools to support myself. And in doing so, I ended up learning about Reiki and angels, and that has helped me. I wouldn't deny that energetic practices of mine haven't helped me, and I rely on them quite heavily even now. But I knew that I needed something else to keep me in my body, and by which I mean that I would feel as though I am out of my body most of the times, and I needed something that could truly ground me and keep me relaxed and help me feel centered, and as though I had the control over my gifts and my bodies, and I had the control over my life. And then came art. I started learning about art. I started taking sessions from an artist, weekly sessions from an artist, and I began practicing abstract art on a daily basis. And that helped me realize that abstract art was doing something to me, to my energy, to my psychic abilities, to my intuitive abilities, to my emotional empath abilities that no other tool was able to do. Abstract art was helping me soothe, relax, ground, and stay centered. And eventually, I realized that I was getting psychic messages from my angels through my artwork or whatever I used to paint. And that helped me understand that there is a correlationship between my abstract art practice and my gifts, whether it's my intuitive gifts, my creative gifts, my empath gifts, or my energetic gifts. I started blogging about the trait, about abstract art, and I realized that there are many more abstract artists who are highly sensitive, artists who are highly sensitive, and are in the same stage that I was a few years ago. Which is why I recently started one on one sessions for highly sensitive abstract artists. Now, I know that you could also be a sensitive person, a highly sensitive person, or an abstract artist trying to navigate their life and their challenges. And I truly hope that this information helps you and helps you feel not so alone or as though you're battling something that only you understand, which in a sense is true. But I do want to assure you that there are other people like us or like me who are highly gifted but just need some guidance and support. And I am there for that. But getting back to you, now, how would you know that you're sensitive? An American scientist called Dr. Elaine Aron has been researching about the trait of high sensitivity for the past few decades, and she says that 10 to 30% of the human population is actually highly sensitive. In fact, fruit flies, mammals, primates, dogs, some kind of fish as well can be highly sensitive. And she explains high sensitivity as a way of human beings evolving and a genetic adaptation of sorts coming into light through highly sensitive people. So there's nothing wrong with us. It's just that we are evolving differently. And that's okay. That's absolutely fine. She also says that there is nothing abnormal about being highly sensitive, and which I vouch for. I don't think I am abnormal. I don't think anybody who is sensitive or highly sensitive is abnormal either. I just think that we need a different life setting altogether for ourselves to thrive, for us to thrive. And I believe that there are many sensitive people and highly sensitive people all over the globe who are now understanding that there is something different and unique about them that they need to learn. And I would like to encourage you that if you have been getting such thoughts, to really work on them and act on those thoughts and learn about your sensitivity. Now, coming to the second topic, what is abstract art? So, I love talking about abstract art because I think it really opens up everybody's perspectives of the way we look at things and challenges and even solutions. Now, abstract art could mean very different things for you, and it can mean very different things for me. But let me explain what abstract art is for me, and then you can see if that definition matches your understanding. You can adapt to that or you cannot. It's absolutely fine. There's no judgment here. So, according to me, any form of art that does not have a structure of sort, a figure, or a form of sort is abstract art. For example, the artwork behind me is an artwork that I have made and is an abstract artwork. If you see, there's no proper structure to it, there's no form, there's no figure in it. It's just a free flowing expression of emotions. And that's what I do. I channel my emotions and make art. So that's abstract art to me. Similarly, there are people who use trash or bottles to make art. That's again abstract art to me. There are people who make art out of organic ink, which is also a form of abstract art. And there might be other forms of art that are made on the similar lines but I'm not aware of. And you could be a form of artist who works with very unique and rare form of art, and that could be abstract art as well. So anywhere there's no linear thinking is a way of expressing ourselves through abstract art. And I do want to share that there is a lot of judgment around abstract art. Like people say that that's not art, that's just like they're just blotches of paint. But there is a lot to it. There's a lot of meaning, there's a lot of expression, there's a lot of emotion, and there's a lot of soul level quality to abstract art. And I hope that if you're an abstract artist, that you're appreciating your art at the moment. And if not, it's fine. We can work on that as well. So that's about abstract art. Now, why is it important for us to work on our highly sensitive gifts and abstract art gifts? Now, I have been working on them for the past 2 to 3 years now. And before that, it was very difficult for me to navigate my life because I did not have the tools to manage my energy, manage my emotional overwhelm, manage my unique experiences, especially when it came to expression, because I did not have anybody else who was highly sensitive, who was around me in my circle. I felt that expressing myself through abstract art was the only way I could truly feel like I'm being heard by someone, even if it was just by me, but it felt really good. And I felt as if I'm not alone. And I know that many artists get that feeling as well, where they feel that they're not alone. So I think that if I did not pick up abstract art, if I did not learn about my gifts, my life would have been miserable. I would have still been overwhelmed, walking through life, absorbing everybody's energy and not knowing what to do with it, living in a constant state of fear, feeling confused, feeling stuck, in pain, whether it's emotional or physical. And I'm not saying that abstract art changed my life in like a day, but gradually it has definitely helped me protect myself and helped me embrace myself and love myself. And that's very important if you're a highly sensitive person and an abstract artist. So that's what learning about one's gifts and expressing ourselves through abstract art can do. It can help us to stay protected, basically, and help us to embrace ourselves more. Now, how can you support yourself? And how can you learn about your unique gifts, whether they're highly sensitive gifts or abstract art gifts? Well, I take one on one coaching for highly sensitive abstract artists or highly sensitive people who work with unique art forms. And as I mentioned, I work with Reiki and angels, and in these sessions, I would be channeling my angelic guides to support you in understanding your intuitive, psychic, artistic, and creative gifts. In doing so, we would also be invoking your angelic team, your higher self, your soul to support you in your artistic journey. Please know that it would be a safe space for both of us to explore our gifts and to help you navigate your life in a more empowered manner. Wouldn't you want that? I know that if I had a teacher, coach, or a mentor who was an abstract artist and a highly sensitive person, I would have been so elated to work with them because I wouldn't have to walk through the journey of learning about myself and my unique gifts by myself. And I emphasize that if you are somebody who has a journey that is similar to mine, or you can resonate with me, I would like to emphasize that I would love to support you and I would love to be somebody who adds value and joy and meaning to your life. I hope that this video gave you a deep insight into sensitivity, high sensitivity, and abstract art. If not, if you feel like there is something that you still need to learn about, please visit my website, Expressive Sensitive. The link to my website is in the description below, and please read about high sensitivity or abstract art or the correlation between both of them through my blogs, or you can visit my artwork and see if you resonate with my art. And you can definitely, if you wish to, book a one on one session with me and we can work together to improve your life and to bring in more joy and more love and light and clarity in your life. I hope that you have found benefit by watching this video, and I hope that I see you soon. Thank you for watching this video and for sticking along for so long, and thank you for your time. Bye.